Good day, I am Josephine Ginto from BSED student and my topic is about organs of the respiratory system and their function. So let's begin first by defining the respiratory system. The respiratory system is the network of organs and tissues that help you breathe. It includes your airways, lungs, and blood vessels. So your respiratory system is the network of organs and tissues that help you breathe. And this system helps your body absorb oxygen from the air so your organs can work, and it is also cleans waste gases such as carbon dioxide from your blood. And the common problems of the respiratory system include the allergies, diseases, or infections. So what does the respiratory system do? So the respiratory system has many functions. Besides helping you inhale or breathe in and exhale or breathe out, it allows you to talk and to smell, brings air to body temperature and moisturizes it to the humidity level your body needs, and delivers oxygen to the cells in your body, remove waste gases including carbon dioxide from the body when you exhale, and lastly, protects your airways from the harmful substances and irritants. So the respiratory system has many different parts that work together to help you breathe. So we have here the mouth and nose, the openings that pull air from outside your body into your respiratory system. So the function of the mouth in the respiratory system is to bring air into the lungs and moisten it. And the nose detects odor molecules and helps filter and warm the air we inhale. Next is the cyanosis, the hollow areas between the bones in your head that help regulate the temperature and humidity of the air you inhale. So the cyanosis lighten the skull or improve our voices, but their main function is to produce a mucus that moisturizes the inside of the nose. And this mucus layer protects the nose from pollutants, microorganisms, dust, and dirt. Next, we have the pharynx or throat, the tube that delivers air from your mouth and nose to the trachea or windpipe. And its primary function serves both the respiratory system by taking in air from the nasal cavity as well as the digestive system by taking food and drink from the oral cavity. And the pharynx is also what helps you speak, as the muscles from the pharynx vibrate to help produce sounds. The next is the larynx, the hollow organ that allows you to talk and make sounds when air moves in and out. So the larynx has several functions. We have the speech production and the air passages in the respiratory system, which help the larynx provide smooth passage of air from the nasal cavity to the lungs. And the larynx also helps prevent choking when eating and drinking. So it can channeling food into the digestive system, because when food is swallowed, a small plot called the epiglottis covers the opening of the larynx to keep food and drink from entering the airways. Next is the trachea, the passage connecting your throat and lungs. So the trachea serves as the main passageway through which air passes from the upper respiratory tract to the lungs. So as air is pulled into the trachea during inhalation, it is warm and moisturized before entering the lungs. And we have also the bronchial tubes, the tubes at the bottom of your windpipe that connect into each lung. So when a person breathes, air comes in through the nose or mouth and then goes into the trachea or windpipe. So from there, it passes through the bronchial tubes, which are in the lungs, and these tubes let air in and out of your lungs so you can breathe. And the next is the lungs. It is the two organs that remove oxygen from the air and pass it into your blood. So the lungs' main role is to bring in air from the atmosphere and pass oxygen into the bloodstream. So from there, it circulates to the rest of the body. Next, we have also the diaphragm, the muscles that helps your lungs pull in air and push it out. So upon inhalation, the diaphragm contracts and flattens and the chest cavity enlarges. So this contraction creates a vacuum which pulls air into the lungs. So upon exhalation, the diaphragm relaxes and returns to its dome-like shape, and air is forced out of the lungs. So that's the function of the diaphragm. Next is the ribs. The ribs or the bones that surround and protect your lungs and heart. So the ribs, they move slightly to help your lungs expand and contract. So that's the function of the ribs. Next is the cilia. Tiny hairs that move in a wave-like motion to filter dust and other irritants out of your airways. So these cilia protect the nasal passageway and other parts of the respiratory tract, filtering out dust and other particles that enter the nose through the breathed air. And last, we have the epiglottis, the tissue plot at the entrance to the trachea that closes when you swallow to keep food and liquids out of your airway. So this epiglottis is a plot of cartilage located in the throat, behind the tongue, and in front of the larynx. So the epiglottis is usually upright at rest, allowing air to pass into the larynx and lungs. So when a person swallows, the epiglottis falls backward to cover the entrance of the larynx, so food and liquid do not enter the windpipe and lungs. So after swallowing, the epiglottis returns to its original upright position. So how can you keep your respiratory system healthy? So to keep your respiratory system healthy, so you should avoid pollutants that can damage your airways, including secondhand smoke, chemicals, and radon or radioactive gas that can cause cancer. So you can wear a mask if you are exposed to fumes, dust, or other types of pollutants for any reasons. Next is avoid smoking yourself. So meaning don't smoke. And next, eat a healthy diet with lots of fruits and vegetables and drink water to stay hydrated. And next is exercise regularly to keep your lungs healthy. So it is important. And next or last is the prevent infections by washing your hands often and getting a flu vaccine each year. So that's all for my topic, and I hope you learn, and thank you for listening and watching.